Directed by Vincent Grasso, What Josiah Saw comes on Shudder on August 4th, but thanks to the awesome guys at Shudder, I got an early screener for this movie. But is it worth your time? Is it worth checking out? Well, stick around and let's find out. Hi everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for tuning into this movie review and thank you for taking your own time out to check out this video. If you're brand new here or if you're coming back to the channel, I do welcome you to the channel. But if you're brand new, all I ask is to press the red subscribe button down below so I can see you again on a future video, as I do a lot of movie reviews, TV reviews, screeners, Back to the Future content, Adventure Days, food reviews and so much more. I knew nothing about this movie going into it. All I saw was the poster, so I was very intrigued how this movie would play out. And also I heard that one of the main stars in this is Robert Patrick, of course from Terminator 2, from what I know him from. So I was very intrigued. The other cast members we've got in here is Stahl, Scott Haze and Kelli Garner. So the plot of What Josiah Saw is all around a family who have buried secrets who after 2 decades reunite at a farmhouse to pay for their past sins. So yeah, definitely caught me intrigued because that's what I was when I checked out this movie. However, ultimately after seeing it, I can find myself saying it was okay. You know, I wasn't fully sold on this movie. Let me get into the reasons why. Let me start off with my positives. So the positives for What Josiah Saw is the acting here is fine. I enjoyed the performances. I didn't think anyone gave a bad performance in the slightest, and you could definitely believe this family dynamic. You can definitely tell that there was tensions in the air. You can just see Robert Patrick as this father figure, and really you couldn't really root for his character a lot of the time, being quite frank with you. Yeah, there were certainly elements here I really enjoyed. I also really enjoyed the cinematography by Carlos Ritter, with a lot of this on-set location, and I definitely think this is one of the benefits of this movie, is this kind of secluded location on this farmhouse where a lot of the tension can build in a small area instead of having multiple areas to try expand on this tension of this family's buried secrets. So definitely the cinematography plays a big part here, and Robert Price's music here is definitely one of the biggest highlights and compliments I can give this movie. He's definitely worked on some sound designs for movies like Swallow in the past, for example, which I really like that movie. So yeah, Robert Price's music here, again, is kind of unsettling at times, a little bit eerie, a little bit creepy, and it's got those kind of little movements in the music where it's really and slowly building up to the tension scenes and until we get those kind of payoffs towards the end. And I would say, unfortunately, that's kind of where my positives end with this movie, because with the negatives, is this movie is on for almost 2 hours, and I found myself bored several times throughout this movie, unfortunately. There's times where you feel like the tension's really amping up, and then the pacing ultimately starts to let that down. And it's a shame, because this movie had a good concept, good cinematography, good set locations, but ultimately it couldn't execute that. And one of the biggest issues is you don't want to be watching a movie and you're bored throughout the movie, and that's what I found myself with What Josiah Saw. There's definitely a couple of other elements here where I wasn't really too big a fan of how they played out some elements in the story per se. They definitely could have been changed. The pacing could have definitely been a lot tighter to really constrict this all together. But ultimately, I felt like What Josiah Saw is not one that I'd revisit anytime soon, and I can't fully recommend to you guys to check it out. So my overall score for What Josiah Saw is a 5.5 out of 10. Have you seen What Josiah Saw? Are you going to check it out? Leave any and all comments down below, as I'd love to continue the discussion with you down there. Also, please give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And if you're unaware, I also have a Patreon, which is in a link down below in the description box. It's only £2 a month, and you get access to early videos, my release schedules, special shout outs in videos, and so many more perks coming soon. And I've got to give a big thank you to my awesome patrons: Adam from over at What the Gym, Elliot from IMO Reviews, Tyler Babb from his channel Tyler Babb and Rendered Image, an awesome guy Michael O'Brien, and we've also got AJ Ford from his channel AJ Ford. So a big thank you to my awesome patrons, and I look forward to seeing you over there. But until the next time that I see you on the channel, I'll be seeing you later.